An Inspiration Quote Guide. Chapter 1. Life Improvement Quotes at selfdevelopmentsecrets.com/category/quotes. selfdevelopmentsecrets.com/category/quotes, the website. selfdevelopmentsecrets.com/category/quotes. facebook.com/selfdevelopmentsecrets. pinterest.com/selfdevelopmentsecrets. twitter.com/selfdevsecrets. instagram.com/selfdevelopmentsecrets. selfdevelopmentsecrets.com/inspirational-quotes-about-life-and-struggles. selfdevelopmentsecrets.com/gratitude-quotes. selfdevelopmentsecrets.com/dalai-lama-quotes. selfdevelopmentsecrets.com/quotes-reading-books. selfdevelopmentsecrets.com/law-of-attraction-quotes. selfdevelopmentsecrets.com/inspirational-rumi-quotes. Chapter 2. A bunch of proverbial quotes. Almost never killed a fly, was never hanged. A silent fool is counted wise. A shy cat makes a proud mouse. A soft answer turns away wrath. A round peg in a square hole. A sound mind in a sound body. A rolling stone gathers no moss. A stitch in time saves 9. A quiet conscience sleeps in thunder. A storm in a teacup. A nod from a lord is a breakfast for a fool. A tattler is worse than a thief. A penny soul never came to twopence. A thief knows a thief as a wolf knows a wolf. A small leak will sink a great ship. A thief passes for a gentleman when stealing has made him rich. A new broom sweeps clean. A threatened blow is seldom given. A drop in the bucket. A tree is known by its fruit. A miss is as good as a mile. A wager is a fool's argument. A danger foreseen is half avoided. A watched pot never boils. A miserly father makes a prodigal son. A wise man changes his mind, a fool never will. A cursed cow has short horns. A wolf in sheep's clothing. A man of words and not of deeds is like a garden full of weeds. A wonder lasts but 9 days. A creaking door hangs long on its hinges. A word is enough to the wise. A man is known by the company he keeps. A word spoken is past recalling. A cracked bell can never sound well. A man can do no more than he can. A man can die but once. A little fire is quickly trodden out. A cock is valiant on his own dunghill. A little body often harbors a great soul. A light purse makes a heavy heart. A drowning man will catch at a straw. A close mouth catches no flies. A lie begets a lie. A liar is not believed when he speaks the truth. A lazy sheep thinks its wool heavy. A clear conscience laughs at false accusations. A lawyer never goes to law himself. A joke never gains an enemy but often loses a friend. A jack of all trades is master of none. A clean hand wants no washing. A hungry man is an angry man. A hungry belly has no heirs. A honey tongue, a heart of gall. A clean fast is better than a dirty breakfast. A hedge between keeps friendship green. A heavy purse makes a light heart. A hard nut to crack. A civil denial is better than a rude grant. A guilty conscience needs no accuser. A great ship asks deep waters. A great fortune is a great slavery. A city that parleys is half gotten. A great dowry is a bed full of brambles. A good wife makes a good husband. A good name keeps its luster in the dark. A cat in gloves catches no mice. A good name is sooner lost than won. A burnt child dreads the fire. A good name is better than riches. A burden of one's own choice is not felt. A good marksman may miss. A broken friendship may be soldered, but will never be sound. A good jack makes a good Jill. A blind man would be glad to see. A good face is a letter of recommendation. A blind leader of the blind. A good example is the best sermon. A penny saved is a penny gained. A good dog deserves a good bone. A black hen lays a white egg. A good deed is never lost. A good beginning makes a good ending. A good beginning is half the battle. A bird may be known by its song. A good anvil does not fear the hammer. A friend's frown is better than a foe's smile. A friend to all is a friend to none. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. A friend is never known till needed. A friend in need is a friend indeed. A fox is not taken twice in the same snare. A beggar can never be bankrupt. A foul morn may turn to a fair day. A forced kindness deserves no thanks. A fool's tongue runs before his wit. A bargain is a bargain. A fool may throw a stone into a well which 100 wise men cannot pull out. A fool may ask more questions in an hour than a wise man can answer in 7 years. A bad workman quarrels with his tools. A fool at 40 is a fool indeed. A fool and his money are soon parted. A bad corn promise is better than a good lawsuit. A fool always rushes to the fore. A fly in the ointment. A fault confessed is half redressed. A bad beginning makes a bad ending. A fair face may hide a foul heart. A light purse is a heavy curse. Actions speak louder than words. Adversity makes strange bedfellows. Adversity is a great schoolmaster. After us the deluge. After rain comes fair weather. After a storm comes calm. After dinner sit, sleep, a while, after supper walk a mile. After dinner comes the reckoning. Agues come on horseback, but go away on foot. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. All are not saints that go to church. All truths are not to be told. All are not hunters that blow the horn. All things are difficult before they are easy. All asses wag their ears. All that glitters is not gold. All are not friends that speak us fair. All sugar and honey. All bread is not baked in one oven. All roads lead to Rome. All are good lasses, but whence come the bad wives? All promises are either broken or kept. All cats are grey in the dark, in the night. All men can't be masters. All are not merry that dance lightly. All men can't be first. All covet, all lose. All lay load on the willing horse. All doors open to courtesy. All is well that ends well. All is fish that comes to his net. All is not lost that is in peril. Among the blind the one-eyed man is king. An ass is but an ass, though laden with gold. An empty hand is no lure for a hawk. An unfortunate man would be drowned in a teacup. An ass in a lion's skin. An ox is taken by the horns and a man by the tongue. An ounce of discretion is worth a pound of learning. An open door may tempt a saint. An old dog barks not in vain. An oak is not felled at one stroke. An ill wound is cured, not an ill name. An ass loaded with gold climbs to the top of the castle. An hour in the morning is worth 2 in the evening. An honest tale speeds best, being plainly told. An evil chance seldom comes alone. An idle brain is the devil's workshop. An empty vessel gives a greater sound than a full barrel. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. An empty sack cannot stand upright. Anger and haste hinder good counsel. Any port in a storm. Appearances are deceitful. Appetite comes with eating. As sure as eggs is an egg. As the call, so the echo. As snug as a bug in a rug. As the fool thinks, so the bell clinks. As plain as 2 and 2 make 4. As the old cock crows, so does the young. As plain as the nose on a man's face. As the tree falls, so shall it lie. As old as the hills. As the tree, so the fruit. As like as 2 peas. As welcome as flowers in May. As like as an apple to an oyster. As welcome as water in one's shoes. As innocent as a babe unborn. As well be hanged for a sheep as for a lamb. As drunk as a lord. As you brew, so must you drink. As you make your bed, so must you lie on it. As you sow, so shall you reap. Ask no questions and you will be told no lies. At the ends of the earth, Bacchus has drowned more men than Neptune. Bad news has wings. Barking does seldom bite. Be swift to hear, slow to speak. Be slow to promise and quick to perform. Beauty lies in lovers' eyes. Beauty is but skin deep. Before you make a friend, eat a bushel of salt with him. Before one can say Jack Robinson. Beggars cannot be choosers. Believe not all that you see nor half what you hear. Best defense is offense. Better a little fire to warm us, than a great one to burn us. Better a lean peace than a fat victory. Better a glorious death than a shameful life. Better an open enemy than a false friend. Better be alone than in bad company. Better be born lucky than rich. Better be envied than pitied. Better an egg today than a hen tomorrow. Better deny at once than promise long. Better die standing than live kneeling. Better early than late. Better give a shilling than lend a half-crown. Better go to bed supperless than rise in debt. Better late than never. Better lose a jest than a friend. Better one-eyed than stone-blind. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Better the foot slip than the tongue. Better to do well than to say well. Better to reign in hell, than serve in heaven. Better unborn than untaught. Better untaught than ill-taught. Better be the head of a dog than the tail of a lion. Between the devil and the deep, blue, sea. Between two evils 'tis not worth choosing. Between two stools one goes, falls, to the ground. Between the upper and nether millstone. Between the cup and the lip a morsel may slip. Betwixt and between. Beware of a silent dog and still water. Bind the sack before it be full. Birds of a feather flock together. Blind men can judge no colors. Blood is thicker than water. Borrowed garments never fit well. Brevity is the soul of wit. Burn not your house to rid it of the mouse. Business before pleasure. By hook or by crook. By the street of by and by one arrives at the house of never. By doing nothing we learn to do ill. Calamity is man's true touchstone. Care killed the cat. Catch the bear before you sell his skin. Caution is the parent of safety. Charity begins at home. Cheapest is the dearest. Cheek brings success. Children and fools must not play with edged tools. Children are poor men's riches. Choose an author as you choose a friend. Christmas comes but once a year, but when it comes it brings good cheer. Circumstances alter cases. Claw me and I will claw thee. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Company in distress makes trouble less. Confession is the first step to repentance. Counsel is no command. Creditors have better memories than debtors. Cross the stream where it is shallowest. Crows do not pick crows' eyes. Curiosity killed a cat. Curses like chickens come home to roost. Custom is a second nature. Custom is the plague of wise men and the idol of fools. Cut your coat according to your cloth. Death pays all debts. Death is the grand leveler. Death when it comes will have no denial. Debt is the worst poverty. Deeds, not words. Delays are dangerous. Desperate diseases must have desperate remedies. Diligence is the mother of success, good luck. Diseases are the interests of pleasures. Divide and rule. Do as you would be done by. Dog eats dog. Dog does not eat dog. Dogs that put up many hairs kill none. Doing is better than saying. Don't trouble until trouble troubles you. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Don't keep a dog and bark yourself. Don't have thy cloak to make when it begins to rain. Don't cross the bridges before you come to them. Don't sell the bear's skin before you've caught it. Don't whistle, halloo, until you are out of the wood. Don't count your chickens before they are hatched. Dot your I's and cross your T's. Draw not your bow till your arrow is fixed. Drive the nail that will go. Drunken days have all their tomorrow. Drunkenness reveals what soberness conceals. Dumb dogs are dangerous. Each bird loves to hear himself sing. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Easier said than done. East or west? Home is best. Easy come, easy go. Eat at pleasure, drink with measure. Empty vessels make the greatest, the most, sound. Enough is as good as a feast. Envy shoots at others and wounds herself. Even reckoning makes long friends. Every dog has his day. Every tub must stand on its own bottom. Every why has a wherefore. Everyone's faults are not written in their foreheads. Every dog is valiant at his own door. Every white has its black and every sweet its sour. Every mother thinks her own gosling a swan. Every ass loves to hear himself bray. Every miller draws water to his own mill. Every barber knows that. Every man to his taste. Every bean has its black. Every man is the architect of his own fortunes. Every bird likes its own nest. Every man has his hobby horse. Every bullet has its billet. Every man has his faults. Every country has its customs. Every man has a fool in his sleeve. Every dark cloud has a silver lining. Every jack has his Jill. Every day is not Sunday. Every dog is a lion at home. Everybody's business is nobody's business. Everything comes to him who waits. Everything is good in its season. Evil communications corrupt good manners. Experience keeps a dear school, but fools learn in no other. Experience is the mother of wisdom. Experience keeps no school, she teaches her pupils singly. Extremes meet. Facts are stubborn things. Faint heart never won fair lady. Fair without, foul, false, within. Fair words break no bones. False friends are worse than open enemies. Familiarity breeds contempt. Far from eye, far from heart. Fasting comes after feasting. Faults are thick where love is thin. Feast today and fast tomorrow. Fine feathers make fine birds. Fine words butter no parsnips. First catch your hare. First come, first served. First deserve and then desire. First think, then speak. Fish and company stink in 3 days. Fish begins to stink at the head. Follow the river and you'll get to the sea. Fool's haste is no speed. Fools grow without watering. Fools may sometimes speak to the purpose. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Fools never know when they are well. Fools and madmen speak the truth. For the love of the game. Forbearance is no acquaintance. Forbidden fruit is sweet. Forewarned is forearmed. Fortune favors the brave, the bold. Fortune is easily found, but hard to be kept. 4 eyes see more, better, than 2. Friends are thieves of time. From bad to worse. From pillar to post. Gentility without ability is worse than plain beggary. Get a name to rise early and you may lie all day. Gifts from enemies are dangerous. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Give him an inch and he'll take an ell. Give never the wolf the wether to keep. Give a fool rope enough and he will hang himself. Gluttony kills more men than the sword. Go to bed with the lamb and rise with the lark. Good clothes open all doors. Good health is above wealth. Good masters make good servants. Good words and no deeds. Good words without deeds are rushes and reeds. Good counsel does no harm. Gossiping and lying go hand in hand. Grasp all, lose all. Great barkers are no biters. Great cry and little wool. Great spenders are bad lenders. Great talkers are great liars. Great talkers are little doers. Great boast, small roast. Greedy folk have long arms. Habit cures habit. Half a loaf is better than no bread. Handsome is that handsome does. Happiness takes no account of time. Happy is he that is happy in his children. Hard words break no bones. Hares may pull dead lions by the beard. Harm watch, harm catch. Haste makes waste. Hasty climbers have sudden falls. Hate not at the first harm. Hatred is blind, as well as love. Hawks will not pick hawk's eyes. He that does you an I turn will never forgive you. He works best who knows his trade. He that commits a fault thinks everyone speaks of it. He that comes first to the hill may sit where he will. He smells best that smells of nothing. He should have a long spoon that sups with the devil. He must needs swim that is held up by the chin. He lives long that lives well. He laughs best who laughs last. He knows much who knows how to hold his tongue. He knows how many beans make 5. He knows best what good is that has endured evil. He will never set the Thames on fire. He is not poor that has little, but he that desires much. He is not laughed at that laughs at himself first. He is not fit to command others that cannot command himself. He is lifeless that is faultless. He is happy that thinks himself so. He is a good friend that speaks well of us behind our backs. He is a fool that forgets himself. He goes long barefoot that waits for dead man's shoes. He gives twice who gives in a trice. He dances well to whom fortune pipes. He carries fire in one hand and water in the other. He cannot speak well that cannot hold his tongue. He begins to die that quits his desires. He who would search for pearls must dive below. He that fears every bush must never go a birding. He who would eat the nut must first crack the shell. He that fears you present will hate you absent. He who would catch fish must not mind getting wet. He that goes a borrowing, goes a sorrowing. He who says what he likes, shall hear what he doesn't like. He that goes barefoot must not plant thorns. He who pleased everybody died before he was born. He that has a great nose thinks everybody is speaking of it. He who makes no mistakes, makes nothing. He that has an ill name is half hanged. He who likes borrowing dislikes paying. He that has no children knows not what love is. He that has he head needs no hat. He who hesitates is lost. He that has no money needs no purse. He who is born a fool is never cured. He that would have eggs must endure the cackling of hens. He that is born to be hanged shall never be drowned. He that would eat the fruit must climb the tree. He that is full of himself is very empty. He that is ill to himself will be good to nobody. He that will thrive, must rise at 5. He that is warm thinks also. He that will steal an egg will steal an ox. He that will not when he may, when he will he shall have nay. He that knows nothing doubts nothing. He that will eat the kernel must crack the nut. He that lies down with dogs must rise up with fleas. He that lives with cripples learns to limp. He that talks much lies much. He that mischief hatches, mischief catches. He that never climbed never fell. He that talks much errs much. He that once deceives is ever suspected. He that spares the bad injures the good. He that promises too much means nothing. He that serves God for money will serve the devil for better wages. He that respects not is not respected. He that serves everybody is paid by nobody. He jests at scars that never felt a wound. He that seeks trouble never misses. He that has a full purse never wanted a friend. Head cook and bottle washer. Health is not valued till sickness comes. His money burns a hole in his pocket. Honesty is the best policy. Honey is not for the ass's mouth. Honey is sweet, but the bee stings. Honor and profit lie not in one sack. Honors change manners. Hope is the poor man's bread. Hope is a good breakfast, but a bad supper. Hunger finds no fault with cookery. Hunger is the best sauce. Hunger breaks stone walls. Hungry bellies have no heirs. Idle folks lack no excuses. Idleness rusts the mind. Idleness is the mother of all evil. If wishes were horses, beggars might ride. If you agree to carry the calf, they'll make you carry the cow. If you cannot bite, never show your teeth. If things were to be done twice, all would be wise. If you cannot have the best, make the best of what you have. If there were no clouds, we should not enjoy the sun. If you dance, you must pay the fiddler. If the sky falls, we shall catch larks. If you laugh before breakfast, you'll cry before supper. If the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. If you run after two hares, you will catch neither. If my aunt had been a man, she'd have been my uncle. If you want a thing well done, do it yourself. If ifs and were pots and pans. If you sell the cow, you sell her milk too. If an ass, donkey, bray at you, don't bray at him. If you try to please all, you will please none. If you throw mud enough, some of it will stick. If we can't as we would, we must do as we can. Ill-gotten, ill-spent. Ill-gotten gains never prosper. In the evening one may praise the day. In every beginning think of the end. In for a penny, in for a pound. In the end things will mend. In the country of the blind, one-eyed man is a king. Iron hand, fist, in a velvet glove. It is an ill bird that fouls its own nest. It never rains but it pours. It is a poor mouse that has only one hole. It is an ill wind that blows nobody good. It is a long lane that has no turning. It is no use crying over spilt milk. It is a good horse that never stumbles. It is a silly fish, which is caught twice with the same bait. It is enough to make a cat laugh. It takes all sorts to make a world. It is never too late to learn. It is easy to swim if another holds up your chin, head. It is good fishing in troubled waters. It is the first step that costs. It's one thing to flourish and another to fight. It's no use pumping a dry well. It's as broad as it's long. Jackdaw in peacock's feathers. Jest with an ass and he will flap you in the face with his tail. Judge not of men and things at first sight. Just as the twig is bent, the tree is inclined. Keep your mouth shut and your ears open. Keep a thing 7 years and you will find a use for it. Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open. Last, but not least. Laws catch flies, but let hornets go free. Learn to say before you sing. Learn wisdom by the follies of others. Learn to creep before you leap. Least said, soonest mended. Leaves without figs. Let bygones be bygones. Let every man praise the bridge he goes over. Let sleeping dogs lie. Let well, enough, alone. Liars need good memories. Lies have short legs. Life is not a bed of roses. Life is not all cakes and ale, beer and skittles. Life is but a span. Like a cat on hot bricks. Like a needle in a haystack. Like begets like. Like cures like. Like father, like son. Like draws to like. Like master, like man. Like mother, like daughter. Like parents, like children. Like priest, like people. Like teacher, like pupil. Little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Little pigeons can carry great messages. Little pitchers have long ears. Little strokes fell great oaks. Little thieves are hanged, but great ones escape. Little things amuse little minds. Little chips light great fires. Live and learn. Live and let live. Live not to eat, but eat to live. Long absent, soon forgotten. Look before you leap, but having leapt never look back. Look before you leap. Lookers on see more than players. Lord, God, heaven, helps those, them, who help themselves. Lost time is never found again. Love cannot be forced. Love in a cottage. Love is blind, as well as hatred. Love me, love my dog. Love will creep where it may not go. Make hay while the sun shines. Make or march. Make haste slowly. Man proposes but God disposes. Many a fine dish has nothing on it. Many a good cow has a bad calf. Many a good father has but a bad son. Many a little makes a mickle. Many a true word is spoken in jest. Many hands make light work. Many men, many minds. Many words hurt more than swords. Many words will not fill a bushel. Marriages are made in heaven. Measure thrice and cut once. Measure for measure. Men may meet but mountains never. Mend or end or mend. Might goes before right. Misfortunes never come alone, singly. Misfortunes tell us what fortune is. Money has no smell. Money is a good servant but a bad master. Money often unmakes the men who make it. Money spent on the brain is never spent in vain. Money begets money. More haste, less speed. Much will have more. Much ado about nothing. Muck and money go together. Murder will out. My house is my castle. Name not a rope in his house that was hanged. Necessity knows no law. Necessity is the mother of invention. Neck or nothing. Need makes the old wife trot. Needs must when the devil drives. Neither here nor there. Neither rhyme nor reason. Neither fish nor flesh. Never cackle till your egg is laid. Never cast dirt into that fountain of which you have sometime drunk. Never do things by halves. Never fry a fish till it's caught. Never offer to teach fish to swim. Never put off till tomorrow what you can do, can be done, today. Never quit certainty for hope. Never too much of a good thing. Never try to prove what nobody doubts. Never write what you dare not sign. New lords, new laws. New brooms sweep clean. Nightingales will not sing in a cage. No flying from fate. No garden without its weeds. No great loss without some small gain. No herb will cure love. No joy without alloy. No living man all things can. No longer pipe, no longer dance. No man is wise at all times. No man loves his fetters, be they made of gold. No news, is, good news. No pains, no gains. No song, no supper. No sweet without, some, sweat. No wisdom like silence. None so blind as those who won't see. None so deaf as those that won't hear. None but the brave deserve the fair. Nothing comes out of the sack but what was in it. Nothing is impossible to a willing heart. Nothing must be done hastily but killing of fleas. Nothing so bad, as not to be good for something. Nothing succeeds like success. Nothing venture, nothing have. Oaks may fall when reeds stand the storm. Of two evils choose the least. Old friends and old wine are best. Old birds are not caught with chaff. On Shank's mare. Once is no rule, custom. Once bitten, twice shy. One beats the bush and another catches the bird. One chick keeps a hen busy. One drop of poison infects the whole tun of wine. One fire drives out another. One good turn deserves another. One law for the rich and another for the poor. One lie makes many. One link broken, the whole chain is broken. One man, no man. One man's meat is another man's poison. One scabby sheep will mar a whole flock. One swallow does not make a summer. One today is worth two tomorrow. Open not your door when the devil knocks. Opinions differ. Opportunity makes the thief. Out of the frying pan into the fire. Out of sight, out of mind. Packed like herrings. Patience is a plaster for all sores. Penny wise and pound foolish. Pleasure has a sting in its tail. Plenty is no plague. Politeness costs little, nothing, but yields much. Poverty is not a shame, but the being ashamed of it is. Poverty is no sin. Practice what you preach. Praise is not pudding. Pride goes before a fall. Procrastination is the thief of time. Promise is dead. Promise little, but do much. Prosperity makes friends and adversity tries them. Put not your hand between the bark and the tree. Rain at 7, fine at 11. Rats desert a sinking ship. Repentance is good, but innocence is better. Respect yourself, or no one else will respect you. Roll my log and I will roll yours. Rome was not built in a day. Salt water and absence wash away love. Saying and doing are two things. Score twice before you cut once. Scornful dogs will eat dirty puddings. Scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Self-done is well done. Self is a bad counselor. Self-praise is no recommendation. Self-done is soon done. Set a beggar on horseback and he'll ride to the devil. Set a thief to catch a thief. Shallow streams make most din. Short debts, accounts, make long friends. Silence gives consent. Since Adam was a boy. Sink or swim. 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. Slow but sure. Slow and steady wins the race. Small rain lays great dust. So many countries, so many customs. So many men, so many minds. Soft fire makes sweet malt. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. Soon ripe, soon rotten. Soon learned, soon forgotten. Speak, talk, of the devil and he will appear, is sure to appear. Speech is silver but silence is gold. Standers by sea more than gamesters. Still waters run deep. Stolen pleasures are sweetest. Stretch your legs according to the coverlet. Stretch your arm no further than your sleeve will reach. Strike while the iron is hot. Stuff today and starve tomorrow. Success is never blamed. Such carpenters, such chips. Sweep before your own door. Take care of the pence and the pounds will take care of themselves. Take us as you find us. Tarred with the same brush. Tastes differ. Tell that to the Marines. That which one least anticipates soonest comes to pass. That cock won't fight. That's where the shoe pinches. That's a horse of another color. The beggar may sing before the thief, before a footpad. The best fish smell when they are 3 days old. The best fish swim near the bottom. The best is oftentimes the enemy of the good. The busiest man finds the most leisure. The camel going to seek horns lost his ears. The cap fits. The cask savors of the first fill. The cat shuts its eyes when stealing cream. The cat would eat fish and would not wet her paws. The chain is no stronger than its weakest link. The cobbler should stick to his last. The cobbler's wife is the worst shod. The darkest hour is that before the dawn. The darkest place is under the candlestick. The devil is not so black as he is painted. The devil knows many things because he is old. The devil lurks behind the cross. The devil rebuking sin. The dogs bark, but the caravan goes on. The Dutch have taken Holland. The early bird catches the worm. The end crowns the work. The end justifies the means. The evils we bring on ourselves are hardest to bear. The exception proves the rule. The face is the index of the mind. The falling out of lovers is the renewing of love. The fat is in the fire. The first blow is half the battle. The furthest way about is the nearest way home. The game is not worth the candle. The heart that once truly loves never forgets. The higher the ape goes, the more he shows his tail. The last drop makes the cup run over. The last straw breaks the camel's back. The leopard cannot change its spots. The longest day has an end. The mill cannot grind with the water that is past. The moon does not heed the barking of dogs. The more haste, the less speed. The more the merrier. The morning sun never lasts a day. The mountain has brought forth a mouse. The nearer the bone, the sweeter the flesh. The pitcher goes often to the well but is broken at last. The pot calls the kettle black. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. The receiver is as bad as the thief. The remedy is worse than the disease. The rotten apple injures its neighbors. The scalded dog fears cold water. The tailor makes the man. The tongue of idle persons is never idle. The voice of one man is the voice of no one. The way, the road, to hell is paved with good intentions. The wind cannot be caught in a net. The work shows the workman. There are lees to every wine. There are more ways to the wood than one. There is a place for everything and everything in its place. There is more than one way to kill a cat. There is no fire without smoke. There is no place like home. There is no rose without a thorn. There is no rule without an exception. There is no smoke without fire. There's many a slip tween, equals between, the cup and the lip. There's no use crying over spilt milk. They must hunger in winter that will not work in summer. They are hand and glove. Things past cannot be recalled. Think today and speak tomorrow. Those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. Time and tide wait for no man. Time cures all things. Time is money. Time is the great healer. Time works wonders. To add fuel, oil, to the fire, flames. To angle with a silver hook. To be born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. To be head over ears in debt. To be in one's birthday suit. To be up to the ears in love. To be wise behind the hand. To beat about the bush. To beat the air. To bring grist to somebody's mill. To build a fire under oneself. To buy a pig in a poke. To call a spade a spade. To call off the dogs. To carry coals to Newcastle. To cast pearls before swine. To cast prudence to the winds. To come away none the wiser. To come off cheap. To come off with a whole skin. To come off with flying colors. To come out dry. To come out with clean hands. To cook a hare before catching him. To cry with one eye and laugh with the other. To cut one's throat with a feather. To draw, pull, in one's horns. To drop a bucket into an empty well. To draw water in a sieve. To eat the calf in the cow's belly. To err is human. To fiddle while Rome is burning. To fight with one's own shadow. To find a mare's nest. To fish in troubled waters. To fit like a glove. To flog a dead horse. To get out of bed on the wrong side. To give a lark to catch a kite. To go for wool and come home shorn. To go through fire and water, through thick and thin. To have a finger in the pie. To have rats in the attic. To hit the nail on the head. To kick against the pricks. To kill two birds with one stone. To know everything is to know nothing. To know on which side one's bread is buttered. To know what's what. To lay by for a rainy day. To live from hand to mouth. To lock the stable door after the horse is stolen. To look for a needle in a haystack. To love somebody, something, as the devil loves holy water. To make a mountain out of a molehill. To make both ends meet. To make the cup run over. To make, to turn, the air blue. To measure another man's foot by one's own last. To measure other people's corn by one's own bushel. To pay one back in one's own coin. To plow the sand. To pour water into a sieve. To pull the chestnuts out of the fire for somebody. To pull the devil by the tail. To put a spoke in somebody's wheel. To put off till doomsday. To put, said, the cart before the horse. To rob one's belly to cover one's back. To roll in money. To run with the hare and hunt with the hounds. To save one's bacon. To send, carry, owls to Athens. To set the wolf to keep the sheep. To stick to somebody like a leech. To strain at a gnat and swallow a camel. To take counsel of one's pillow. To take the bull by the horns. To teach the dog to bark. To tell tales out of school. To throw a stone in one's own garden. To throw dust in somebody's eyes. To throw straws against the wind. To treat somebody with a dose of his own medicine. To use a steam hammer to crack nuts. To wash one's dirty linen in public. To wear one's heart upon one's sleeve. To weep over an onion. To work with the left hand. Tomorrow come never. Too much knowledge makes the head bald. Too much of a good thing is good for nothing. Too much water drown the miller. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Too many cooks spoil the broth. True coral needs no painter's brush. True blue will never stain. Truth comes out of the mouths of babes and sucklings. Truth is stranger than fiction. Truth lies at the bottom of a well. Two heads are better than one. Two is company, but three is none. Two blacks do not make a white. Velvet paws hide sharp claws. Virtue is its own reward. Wait for the cat to jump. Walls have ears. Wash your dirty linen at home. Waste not, want not. We know not what is good until we have lost it. We never know the value of water till the well is dry. We shall see what we shall see. We soon believe what we desire. Wealth is nothing without health. Well begun is half done. What can't be cured, must be endured. What is bred in the bone will not go out of the flesh. What is done by night appears by day. What is done cannot be undone. What is got over the devil's back is spent under his belly. What is lost is lost. What is sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander. What is worth doing at alt is worth doing well. What must be, must be. What the heart thinks the tongue speaks. What we do willingly is easy. When angry, count 100. When at Rome, do as the Romans do. When children stand quiet, they have done some harm. When flatterers meet, the devil goes to dinner. When guns speak it is too late to argue. When pigs fly. When Queen Anne was alive. When the cat is away, the mice will play. When the devil is blind. When the fox preaches, take care of your geese. When the pinch comes, you remember the old shoe. When three know it, alt know it. When wine is in, wit is out. Where there's a will, there's a way. While there is life there is hope. While the grass grows the horse starves. Who has never tasted bitter, knows not what is sweet. Who keeps company with the wolf, will learn to howl. Who breaks, pays. Wise after the event. With time and patience the leaf of the mulberry becomes satin. Words pay no debts. You cannot eat your cake and have it. You cannot flay the same ox twice. You cannot judge a tree by its bark. You cannot teach old dogs new tricks. You cannot wash charcoal white. You made your bed, now lie in it. You can take a horse to the water but you cannot make him drink. Zeal without knowledge is a runaway horse. Chapter 3. Inspirational quotes from selfhelpcollective.com/inspirational-quotes.html. Regardless of how you feel inside, always try to look like a winner. A person should set his goals as early as he can devote all his energy talent to getting there. With enough effort, he may achieve it. Or he may find something that is even more rewarding. Share the love. A great attitude does much more than turn on the lights in our worlds, it seems to magically connect us to all sorts of serendipitous opportunities that were somehow absent before we changed. A kiss is a lovely trick designed by nature to stop speech when words become superfluous. A smile confuses an approaching frown. If you break your neck, if you have nothing to eat, if your house is on fire, then you got a problem. Everything else is inconvenience. Whatever the mind can conceive, believe, the mind can achieve. Always make a total effort, even when the odds are against you. If you want to know your past, look into your present conditions. If you want to know your future, look into your present actions. Accept the things to which fate binds you, love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. There's nothing wrong with having your goals really high, trying to achieve them. There are two kinds of failures, those who thought never did, those who did and never thought. Imagination will take you everywhere. My motto was always to keep swinging. Whether I was in a slump or feeling badly or having trouble off the field, the only thing to do was keep swinging. What other people thought was really always irrelevant to me. Conceit is bragging about yourself. Confidence means you believe you can get the job done. If you want total security, go to prison. There you're fed, clothed, given medical care. The only thing lacking is freedom. A smile is an inexpensive way to change your looks. You must constantly ask yourself these questions: who am I around? What are they doing to me? What have they got me reading? What have they got me saying? Where do they have me going? What do they have me thinking? Most important, what do they have me becoming? Then ask yourself the big question: is that okay? If only we'd stop trying to be happy, we'd have a pretty good time. The tragedy of life is not that it ends so soon, but that we wait so long to begin it. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. Happy families are all alike. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something. But I can't accept not trying. To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you just might be the world. Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strength. When you go through hardship, decide not to surrender. That is strength. Confidence is half of victory. Learn as if you were going to live forever. Live as if you were going to die tomorrow. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Leaders are made, not born. Live every day like it's your last, cause one day you're gonna be right. He who is not every day conquering some fear has not learned the secret of life. Put all your excuses aside. Remember this: you are capable. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. When you do the common things in life in an uncommon way, you will command the attention of the world. A child can ask questions that a wise man cannot answer. Don't be afraid of death so much as an inadequate life. Anything's possible. You can be told you have a 90% chance or a 50% chance or a 1% chance, but you have to believe, you have to fight. Happiness doesn't depend on what we have, but it does depend on how we feel toward what we have. A master can tell you what he expects of you. A teacher, though, awakens your own expectation. Health is the greatest possession. Contentment is the greatest treasure. Confidence is the greatest friend. Non-being is the greatest joy. The grand essentials to happiness in this life are something to do, something to love, and something to hope for. I was regretting the past, fearing the future. Suddenly God was speaking, "My name is I Am." When you live in this moment, it is not hard. Example is not the main thing in influencing others. It is the only thing. The sun is actually responsible for clouds. With love and patience, nothing is impossible. Children are like wet cement. Whatever falls on them makes an impression. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up. When natural inclination develops into a passionate desire, one advances towards his goal in 7-league boots. If you don't first handle fear desire, you get rich, you'll only be a high-pay slave. You are the continuation of life. Whoever said, "It's not whether you win or lose that counts," probably lost. I had the blues because I had no shoes until upon the street, I met a man who had no feet. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. I believe in the discipline of silence, could talk for hours about it. If love is blind, why is lingerie so popular? If at first you don't succeed, think how many people you've made happy. In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life: it goes on. What changes your world is not wishing for change, what changes your world is changing. Your belief determines your action determines your results, but first you have to believe. Love conquers all things except poverty and illness. Never allow yourself to be made a victim. Accept no one's definition of your life, define yourself. To achieve great things you have first to believe it. Do not wait, the time will never be just right. Start where you stand, work with whatever tools you may have at your command. The best way to get started is to stop talking, begin doing. Know your value. It is a sad thing to look at happiness only through another's eyes. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Failure is an event, not a person. Yesterday ended last night. Act as if what you do makes a difference. As long as you're going to be thinking anyway, think big. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Life is a sort of splendid torch which I have got a hold of for the moment. I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it on to future generations. Love is the answer, but while you're waiting for the answer, sex raises some pretty interesting questions. Love is a condition in which the happiness of another person is essential. A friend is one who knows us, but loves us anyway. Every time you smile at someone, it is an action of love, a gift to that person, a beautiful thing. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. No printed word, nor spoken plea can teach young minds what they should be. Not all the books on all the shelves, but what the teachers are themselves. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. 100% of the shots you don't take don't go in. Look the world straight in the face. The problem is not that there are problems. The problem is expecting otherwise and thinking that having problems is a problem. True love can neither be seen nor heard, only felt within the deep recesses of your heart. Love life, engage in it, give it all you've got. Love it with a passion, because life truly does give back, many times over, what you put into it. Passion is the genesis of genius. I like a teacher who gives you something to take home to think about besides homework. Just begin and the mind grows heated, continue, the task will be completed. The best motivation is self-motivation. Nothing great has ever been accomplished without passion. Optimism leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Patience is something you admire in the driver behind you, but not in one ahead. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. I don't believe in pessimism. If something doesn't come up the way you want, forge ahead. If you think it's going to rain, it will. Education must provide the opportunities for self-fulfillment. It can at best provide a rich, challenging environment for the individual to explore, in his own way. Inspiration does exist, but it must find you working. We act as though comfort/luxury were the chief requirements of life, when all that we need to make us really happy is something to be enthusiastic about. Success is not to be pursued, it is to be attracted by the person we become. You are what you repeatedly do. Excellence is not an event, it is a habit. Experience is the worst teacher, it gives the test before the lesson. You can discover what your enemy fears most by observing the means he uses to frighten you. Teachers open the door, but you must enter by yourself. Self-pity is our worst enemy. If we yield to it, we can never do anything wise in this world. Until you have learned to be tolerant with those who do not always agree with you, until you have cultivated the habit of saying some kind word of those whom you do not admire, until you have formed the habit of looking for the good instead of the bad there is in others, you will be neither successful nor happy. An eye for eye only ends up making the whole world blind. Disciplining yourself to do what you know is right important, although difficult, is the high road to pride, self-esteem, personal satisfaction. Success is blocked by concentrating on it, planning for it. Successful people are always looking for opportunities to help others. Unsuccessful people are always asking, what's in it for me? The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. You must overcome this negative instinct, which affects all of us, which is the only difference between the person who wins a race and those who lose. Most people fail in life because they major in minor things. Never waste a minute of your precious life by squandering it thinking about people you don't like. Love is life. And if you miss love, you miss life. Happiness mainly comes from our own attitude, rather than from external factors. If your own mental attitude is correct, even if you remain in a hostile atmosphere, you feel happy. The tragedy of life doesn't lie in not reaching your goal. The tragedy lies in having no goals to reach. The quickest way to do many things is to do one thing at a time. The winners in life think constantly in terms of I can, I will, I am. Losers concentrate their waking thoughts on what they should have or would have done, or what they can't do. Life does not cease to be funny when people die any more than it ceases to be serious when people laugh. The art of teaching is the art of assisting discovery. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of hard work, preparation from failure. Action may not always be happiness, but there is no happiness without action. Just keep going. Everybody gets better if they keep at it. I say you ought to write out 10 outrageous goals that are bigger than you, because your life isn't meaningful or important unless you're on purpose about something way bigger than you are. What is life? It is the flash of a firefly in the night. Passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. The summit of happiness is reached when a person is ready to be what he is. Self-confidence is the first requisite to great undertakings. Mistakes are part of the dues one pays for a full life. You can't teach anybody anything, only make them realize the answers are already inside them. You can eliminate all of these negative habits with 2 simple resolves: I can. I will. Procrastination is the fear of success. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude toward what happens to you. In that, you will be mastering change rather than allowing it to master you. You cannot afford to wait for perfect conditions. Opportunities are easily lost while waiting for perfect conditions. You can stand tall without standing on someone. You can be a victor without having victims.